Welcome to Trailer Punk Podcast. And today I have the honor of having VIMP, a Miami, Florida electronic hardware musician. Incredible stuff. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes, yeah, you got a couple shows coming up. Do you want to promote those?
So I have a show at Kanzaman FL Hookah Lounge.
Mm-hmm.
That one's gonna be a DJ battle with DJ Omar Productions.
Dang.
Very talented DJ Omar Productions.
Hmm.
He doesn't do many shows out,
Yeah.
but he is doing this one and it's gonna be awesome. And then I also am DJing at Goth Prom on
Oh,
April
cool.
17th.
That's a
That
good
is with Fan Club.
one. Mm-hmm.
And then I'm DJing their Sanrio rave as well.
Okay.
That's gonna be way in the future.
All right.
Yeah.
So let everybody know to keep your eye on that. Follow on Instagram for any sort of promotions or any show drops or anything. Yeah, you got a lot going on. You got your band camp. You got some partnerships going on, some Patreon. Is there anything you want to let people know? Like, hey, I'm working with this person, or if you follow my Patreon, here's what you're going to get out of it. Is there anything you want to promote?
So on Patreon, I do Dallas like behind the scenes stuff. So I post a lot of reels on Instagram. So a lot of my music is like digital. I like to share my music online with people, but what drives that is because I want to make music more accessible for others. So, for example, like I stream every single one of my shows on Twitch and Kick, and they have this community of people that come out to every one of my shows. And some of them, they may be like on disability or they may not have a local scene
Mm-hmm.
around them. And I just want to bring them this music and I want to bring it to their house and I want to bring them a community that they can like have fun at my shows with, you
That's
know?
yeah.
Yeah. So that's what makes a lot of my music like it's very important for me to stream
Mm-hmm.
every one of my DJ shows and gigs, and that is why it's not like some people may not understand,
Mm-hmm.
like especially I guess older people, why like I gotta like live stream every show or anything, but it really it's like I have this like community with me. Like
Yeah.
even though it's just my phone, I know they're there with me, cheering me on. If there's like one person out there like in real life, I know there's like 15 people at least there like online for me. So I like that really gets me like trying my hardest to perform. I think that's a little bit of a different point of view than some musicians.
No, and that's smart because I think we are starting to do this. I mean, of course, live in person live shows community is great, but we have that advantage of the live stream where you can have people that are like, "Hey, I live all the way out here, live all the way out there," and they can't be part of that group in body, but in, as part of a, sort of a digital community. I think that works perfectly because, I mean, there's so many shows that, I have friends that live out in California and they'll do hardcore shows and noise shows and experimental shows and stuff. And he'll just post like the full show on YouTube. And it's like, okay, cool. Cause that's my foot in with the community. It's my way of being able to see everything even though I live all the way out in Missouri. So it's one of those great things that I think a lot more people should take part in and promote, and I think that's amazing. So
Yeah, I agree. I think being online, especially right now, it's very important.
hmm
I think there's like not really a way to get around it if you're a musician. You gotta like be on Instagram, post your stuff,
yeah.
you know?
hmm
Yeah. I mean, as long actually, even though I post every day and I seem like very active on there,
hmm
I actually have a very strict block on my social media. Like I don't go on there at all except to like post
yeah.
and maybe check messages because I'm just like very against um like the doom scrolling.
Yeah.
Sometimes I fall into it. I'm not perfect, but
Right.
I have my phone like block me. I have me wait 45 seconds and then it has me doing math problems the whole time. Shout out Screen Zen. Great
Okay.
app.
I'll have to check that
Screen Zen. But yeah, I'm actually like very I like sharing stuff on there. It's okay to go on there in a moderated amount of time, but just like what they're doing, the like attention economy, I don't know. I'm just like not about that.
No, I get that
Yeah.
because I mean, at least it's great because you're very young, and it's one of those things where I think a lot more people should be able to regulate. Where I grew up in the sort of like the boom of the internet when social media was just coming out, and you get so sucked into it so quickly. Because I remember even when I was in high school, if I wasn't at lunch, or if I was in class and I was at lunch or before school, I'd hit right up to the library and I would check everything, all my socials, all that shit. And then everything eventually went to the phones and everything like that. So, but yeah, you get so sucked in so quickly and it's so nerve wracking. But there's that balance where you get emotionally involved, especially when people are kind of stating their point of view on the internet when, they get political or they get social, which is fine. Don't get me wrong. Do what you got to do. But at a certain point, it starts to just kind of mishmash together. And but again, using social media and Instagram to, I mean, because that's my way of getting into the community. That's Instagram has been my foot steps into finding new artists and getting on the podcast. Obviously I hit you up on Instagram to be part of the podcast and I really appreciate it. And but yeah, there's a point when it's like, look, I got, there's times where I'll turn off my phone. I'm like, okay, I gotta walk away from this because what am I doing? I could be more productive doing something else.
Yeah, I feel that. I used to actually be very addicted to my phone. Like during COVID
Oh my
was
God.
the worst
Yes.
with TikTok.
Yes.
So bad. I'm like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this anymore.
I think it's
Yeah.
smart because there's a certain point where you got to go to yourself and you got to go, dude, stop, just stop. What are you
Yeah.
doing? Like, this is meaningless. It's nonsense. And, it's, yeah, at a certain point, I think everybody just needs to go, okay, enough is enough. I need to walk away from this for a while. So, because it's
Yeah.
addicting, it's hard. We used to have the TV where we would just be constantly staring at the TV and just, channel surfing. That was, God damn, I feel old. But yeah, you would just be channel surfing. You go, okay, commercial break. Let's see what else is. Like, it's literally goes from, TV to computer screen to phone. And it's just about da da. Oh my God. What have we become? So,
Yeah. I mean, there's still good stuff.
of course.
Like,
Of course.
I started out on TikTok actually. Like, I found my little synthesizer community there,
Yeah,
and I did my first live streams there.
that's awesome.
But, you know, all the brain rot, like, it's bad. It's actually rotting our brains.
It really is. Tell me about, let's give everybody a little bit of background history. Where did you begin? Tell me what got you involved in synthesizers and gear and the community. Give people a bit of a background of your life, your story.
Of course, thank you.
Hmm.
So, I've always been very into music. Ever since I was a little kid, my dad would listen to a lot of. So I was born in Moldova.
Mm,
It's a country in between Romania and Ukraine.
mm,
And my family would listen to a lot of like, like the 2010s Euro house, like whatever.
yeah.
That like
Yeah.
really stuck in my brain. It
Oh
was
my God.
awesome.
That's great.
But then as I was growing up, I would always watch the music video channel, like MTV.
Yep.
I would always watch that. And then one day I saw Adam and the Ants come
Hmm.
up with one of their music videos, and it was very theatrical, it was very whoa. And I'm like, this struck something in me.
Hmm.
And then I got into the goth like style,
Hmm.
like I started getting into that. and then it's just like a bunch of mishmash of everything.
Yeah.
I would be studying for school, doing my homework, whatever, and I would listen to lo-fi hip hop. But eventually, I would be listening to so much lo-fi, I got sick of it. So I started listening to IDM. Like I found this thing on Spotify that was called like genre glitch playlist.
Yeah.
And it had some IDM. It has Aphex Twin, Two Lone Swordsmen.
Hmm.
It had like Boards of Canada, stuff like that. And I just got really into Aphex Twin and IDM. It just like scratched my brain the right way, you know?
Yep, for sure.
So then later, how I got into synthesizers, I was like, how do they make this music?
Hmm.
Coincidentally, at the same time frame, I went to a furry convention
Hmm.
and I went to Megaplex 2022
Yeah.
and they had a synthesizer panel over there. So
Oh,
I went to the synthesizer panel at the furry convention. I sat like front and center, recorded the whole entire thing. And then ever since then it's just like that's my life. That's my obsession since 2022. That's like a some years now. I just been like watching videos, getting synthesizers, doing synthesizer stuff. Hardware
yeah.
is like where my heart is.
That's
I
cool.
do everything on hardware.
Yep.
Of course, I do some like I use Reaper as my DAW
Hmm.
and I do some like some of my friends taught me EQing
Hmm.
and some stuff. Um actually I did not understand EQing or mixing mastering at all at first, and then my friend showed me a metering software.
Hmm.
It's called Mini Meters
Yep.
and showed me like where to like do the dips and whatever with the EQ. I'm trying to explain,
No,
but
you're fine.
yeah, since I'm a very I mean, visual person,
Yeah.
well, and digital,
Yeah.
it really helped me like also hear the differences. So now I'm very thankful that I can do that. I do everything myself, every single aspect of my music project. That's all me.
That's
Like, yeah, sometimes I do collaborations. Like, sorry,
cool.
currently I'm doing a collaboration with Lady Macbeth.
Mm.
Shout out, amazing artist, also local to the Miami scene.
Hmm.
Um, I heard their performance and it was like it sounded like The Matrix. Like it sounded like Blade. And
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, we have to work together. So we did a few reels together and we're gonna do more. I think we're gonna record a track soon.
Okay.
So
That's
look
awesome.
out for that. But yeah, that's how I got into music.
That's great. No, I think that's it's right. Like I feel like I followed that same kind of path where it was mine started a little bit more in the early 2000s where Nine Inch Nails, Aphex Twins, I can follow right down there. But it wasn't until I think I saw like a local artist that was using synthesizers up on stage that I was like, oh shit, you can bring this shit up on stage now. Like it was one of those weird things where if you were doing electronic music, it was like you had to have turntables. You know what I mean? And then I thought, oh, like seeing Nine Inch Nails live, they had all their keyboards and shit like that, and I was like, oh shit, you can totally bring this up on stage and be electronic up on stage instead of just having to play like a DJ set. And so that really like clicked for me. And yeah, I'm a huge, believe me, be as geeky as you want because this is very much like a gear driven, not so much like overload, but when it comes to when I have a lot of electronic musicians on here, I go get as gear talk as you love to because I'm all for it. I mean, if I had the extra spending money, I'd be loading up on gear. I think the only thing that I have right here locally is I got this is the first, my microcorg.
Oh, nice.
And then I use this Arteria. Believe me, I will preach these is like one of my favorite MIDI controllers, and it has like lasted for so long during live shows. Even the keys are kind of lifted. And then I got
That's
a
awesome.
downstairs in my basement. I have an old Moog Liberator, the guitar. It's one of the first
Wow.
guitars. Yeah, it's heavy as shit. But yeah, that thing's got me through. And then I'm trying to think what else I got. I've been wanting to buy more like the circuit bent type stuff. I wanted to make my own. I
Yes.
actually have like stuff to like create it, but I haven't been able to like sit down and start working on it.
Same.
Yeah. So it's one of those things. It's a great thing to get involved in. And what's great is that you go I'm all hardware up on stage. You do the whole like if you like go digital, what do you use Reaper just to kind of record into?
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
record into Reaper
Yeah.
from my mixer. I recently got a Tascam 12
Yep. Hmm.
and I just like clean it up, EQ it a little bit. It's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. So you
Yeah.
take so you'll just record everything. It's all analog, all hardware, right from the beginning. Record everything into Reaper just so it can be a digital file or whatever you need to put up on online. And then that's that. That's so cool because I don't talk with a lot of people who are analog only. I think you might be the first one. Everybody I know, if
Oh
they're
wow.
performing live, it's all using laptops as backing tracks, and then they'll have the keyboard, the guitar, or whatever. But you're like
Mm-hmm.
100% hardware.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I'm so
I don't know.
jealous.
It's just some mega nerd worm in my brain that's like, you must only do hardware. I
That's
don't know
cool.
what it is.
Yeah.
I can show you. I
Yeah.
just built like a setup.
Yeah. If
You
you want to
can
show me,
see
that's fine.
like,
Yeah. If it's accessible, that's fine. If not, then
yeah,
don't worry
very
about it.
accessible. I'm like very bedroom musician, you know.
Hmm.
Okay, so I just like spent like hours yesterday like building this little corner for me to
That's
do
cool.
music at. You see my mixer. There's my Arturia mini brute,
Yep.
Arturia drum brute, Elisa's 3630, which is the sidechain compressor that Daft Punk used, which I also use. And then I have the Behringer TD3MO.
That's
Got my
cool.
laptop there, got my lights there, speaker there, random loop pedal that I got on eBay. But yeah, that's my corner finally. For the longest time, I was a sorry, my camera is like
Go
not
ahead. Yep. No,
stationary.
you're good.
Okay, for the longest time, I was like a on the floor, um, on the floor musician. I just put all my stuff on the floor and then I recorded it. But now I'm like, okay, let me get somewhat of a table
Hmm.
so I don't get like people have been warning me about back pain. So I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
even though I don't have that right now, I know I will, and I don't want to accelerate the process. But yeah, I'm very excited to have my little corner now, which I can actually sit down properly
Hmm.
ish. I'm still on the floor, but
Yeah.
it's something about being on the floor. I feel like it's like
Free.
makes me more creative, and
Yeah.
it's also like cuter being on the floor. I
Yeah.
don't know. It like I always perform without a table. I always perform on the floor.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's just like my thing.
I remember doing something like where I wanted to do something like that when I'd play in a venue. I go, oh, it'd be cool just to have no tables, no, keyboard stands or nothing. Just keep everything on the floor and then just kind of do my thing. And it was one of those things that I just never, and even like, I'd be like, oh, I would kick my shoes off. I would just be like, just kind of in my zone or whatever. Man, I wish I could have done that. That's so cool. It's got to be such a freeing thing. And I encourage everybody to check out you kind of did this sort of like tiny desk submission thing. I encourage everybody to kind of check that out to kind of get an idea. I think that's really cool. Who was the one that shared the stage with you? She was just kind of modeling and hanging out and smoking a
Oh,
cigar.
that's my best friend.
That's cool.
Her name is Binks Basilisk
Hmm.
on Instagram. She actually just released her first song
Oh, cool.
by she goes by the name Binxio, Binxio.
Hmm.
That's her music name. She released La Llorona. It's
Hmm.
like Spanish. That's not my first language.
Not your go-to,
But yeah.
yeah.
It's like dark wave. It's awesome. But she's my best friend. We stream together, we travel together, we encourage each other to like keep going, keep working. We're like a unit. We dress up as clowns, and then I have red hair, she has blue hair.
That's
I
cool.
don't know. But yeah. Like I just had her hold down the accent button
Hmm.
on my acid base synth because the accent button is not like a trigger. You gotta like hold it down the whole time, and I just like needed that and hold a flashlight.
Yep.
And then like you know the term aura farming?
Yeah, yeah.
We were like aura farming. We put our sunglasses on
Yeah,
and we're
yeah, yeah.
like, yeah.
That's cool. No, because it was like just such a neat performance to see. It was like, oh, just everybody's hanging out and you're just you got your friend hanging out and you're just kind of going at it and dabbling and knob twiddling and everything like that. I was like, it's refreshing. It's like cool to see. And is there a bit of a hardware community out there in Florida?
Yes.
Really? Okay. Tell me
Yes.
about that.
Okay, so I started um doing my synthesizer shows at Gramps. They had an open mic specifically for synthesizers that was every Tuesday. It
Wow.
was called Synth Battle.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, Gramps closed and that is over,
Mm-hmm.
but the community, the same people, still like Churchill's has reopened. That's a pretty legendary place down here in Miami, Churchill's. So now we play our shows at Churchill's here. But huge shout out. I think the driving force really that supported all of these electronic musicians name is Lenny Foret, Foret. He got me. Without Lenny, I don't think I would ever been performing ever. Cause I just showed up to Synth Battle one day and I'm like, hey, I have some synthesizers. Um, I want to perform. I don't know how. I'm not good. And he's like, I don't care. Practice on stage. Just bring your synth.
Mm-hmm.
I'll plug you in. I'll show you the stuff, and then you're good.
That's
Like basically, like just practice on stage. It's an open mic.
mm-hmm. Just hang out and jam.
Yeah. So I started doing a lot of shows at Synth Battle, and I met a lot of cool people. Um, shout out, shout out Jorg Bar, Nossavel. Um, there's a lot of cool people.
That's
There's a
awesome.
lot of cool people. MGM Frequencies, MGM Electronics. Sorry if I'm getting the name
No,
wrong,
no,
but
please
they know
give
who
them
it
all the
is.
shout outs because I want people to be sitting there pausing, taking notes, pausing to like I'm all for
Yes.
people, branching out in the community. I mean, give anybody
Yeah.
everybody a shout out for this one. So, uh,
Shout out, huge shout out. The huge driving force behind the scene right now at Churchill's is Brian Smith, aka Wet Crevice on Instagram.
mhm,
He also does synthesizer stuff, and he's the one that booked me for my first like shows,
mhm.
at like the dive bar that also closed. But we're all at Churchill's now.
That's cool.
Yeah, but Brian is awesome. He does sound for Churchill's at events a lot of the time, and he also runs the YouTube account SF Band Videos, so like South Florida band videos,
Hmm.
and he documents and posts a lot of the local acts there.
Hmm.
He's posted me a few times, and Brian is like, I owe it to Brian too. Brian and Lenny are the people that really like got me out there and got me motivated to keep going, keep
That,
playing my stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like it's starting to like kind of bring up like there's a few out there in Minnesota. You kind of just went, hey, there's some out here in Florida it's totally new to me. And so I see like a lot of these little communities popping up and where like, gear and synthesizing, just like they'll do meetups, they'll do jam sessions and shit like that. Like I'm so envious to see these things still going on because I mean, out here in St. Louis, like I think we just started one like recently, but that's been it. Like I remember early on I'm just like where's the community at, like it would have been so cool, but now it's like It's so neat. I'm just so like jealous, and I think that's so fantastic that you guys got a little community going on out there in South Florida. Is there a pretty good scene out there, like music scene wise? Like,
Yeah, I feel like right now, well, I'm pretty young, but it's
mhm,
pretty good, pretty awesome. You don't just get like music that sounds like the Matrix
mhm,
like anywhere.
yeah,
Like I feel like that's a sign that it's going pretty good.
that's good.
There's a lot of younger people getting into music right now,
Hmm.
DJing. I have I feel like I have a foot in like every scene a little bit here.
Good.
Like the noise scene.
Hmm.
The noise scene welcomes me a lot. I've played at the International Noise Conference 2 times recently,
That's
and that was awesome. That was whoa. Like you think you've seen it all? No.
come to
Come
a noise
to
show.
International Noise Conference,
Yeah,
then you can say you've seen it all.
that's so cool.
But yeah, I'm in the noise scene. I'm in the like younger, like techno, hard hard DJ rave scene. That one's interesting. But I really love it. I really love the community in everything. I'm also in like obviously the synthesizer scene.
Mhm.
I'm in the goth scene heavy,
Yeah.
heavy. Um, the goth scene is like I love so much. Yeah. And I really love DJing goth and EBM music. EBM is a huge inspiration of mine as well.
That's
But
good.
yeah, I've just got like my foot in like every scene kind of, and all of it together is I guess what like is me. Yeah.
Cool. What was your first piece of gear? Like, what? Where did it start, and then where did it kind of branch off into? What was the first piece of gear you bought?
I actually I don't think I bought it. It was my friend. He had he had a project with his friend. It was called Ultramarine High Rise.
Mhm.
But um they moved away from each other, and he still had the microbrute, and he had an Alesis SR16.
Mhm.
So he's like, since you're like so obsessed with this, you can borrow them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. So I started like yeah, I got obsessed basically,
Yeah.
and I started making a lot of music on them. And then he let me like keep it for like a few years, probably like 2 years, I'd say,
Mhm.
3 years, I don't know. Eventually, I had to give it back, but I bought the microbrute again because
Yeah.
it's just like so central to my setup. Like I love the microbrute so much.
That's a good one.
The first piece of gear I actually bought
Mhm.
was the Arturia Mini Brute 2S.
Whoa.
It's like a semi-modular synthesizer sequencer type thing, and it
The
makes
one with
really
the
cool
is that the one with the
sounds.
ports? Does it got little plug-in ports on the side, or am I thinking of something?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought.
yeah, it's got a little thing of plug-in
Mhm.
ports. I really like Arturia because I feel like they just have this grit about
They got
them.
their shit together.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like real nice, real nice.
I
Yeah,
will. I'll forever preach that they're one of my favorites, and they just get better each time. Like, and not just. I mean, a lot of my stuff I do a lot of little digital, but when it comes to the analog, like they are like getting right up there. I think it's wonderful.
for real. Same, same. But yeah, that's a lot of my gear. I didn't like choose it. It was my friends like had it,
Yeah.
and then they let me borrow it, and then they're like, "Okay, since you're like using this way more than me, it's like collecting dust, just like have it," or like I bought it off them at like a discounted price, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah, so a lot of my gear is like stuff my friends had.
Just they just kind of blessed you with it. That was
Yeah.
what the Moog Liberation was. I had a friend that I worked with, and he would do pianos for band and for performances and stuff, and he just kind of had this array of a collection of keyboards, and he's just like so we were kind of geeking out, and I was telling him, I like synthesizers, keyboards, and we would talk music, shit like that. And then he's like, "Hey man, this thing just sits here and collects dust. It's doing nothing. Can I just kind of I'll let you borrow it, but I'm basically giving it to you until you can kind of return it to me type situation.
Yeah.
And so he basically, I'll just say he kind of blessed me with it, and yeah, so it's still it's kind of I would bring it out for performances, but for now it's just kind of been sitting in its box for now until I can get it back out. But yeah, it's so rough and so analog and so old, and it's got you know little slide bar and the keys are kind of tension based and you can it's I'm not gonna go into all
That's
that but it's
awesome.
amazing, it's amazing keyboard, so
Nice.
yeah, it's lovely. um Tell me what was, I mean, you said adamant is in the end was like kind of your like introduction. What albums really, you're probably not much of an album person. What artists were like, just what was what's your go-to, should I say? Like that and sort of genre style is your go-to for like a motivator, for like an influence. Tell me who's your like, you wake up in the morning, boom, I'm listening to this artist. Is there ones that really stand out above all the others?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, what really the early grime stuff. Like I used to watch her like KXP performance. I used to watch her live performances and see how she does everything on her gear. That really inspired me. How she seems very free and very like do it yourself and very unconventional. I'm like, hell yeah, hell yeah. Also, her early stuff though, her early stuff definitely. A lot of people say that.
Yeah.
Also, I love Otto Benson a lot. I like that he has a NeoCities, well, website that started on NeoCities. It's like a website that you code yourself. A bit big nerds have it. I
Yeah.
myself do too.
I'm so glad they still have something like that around because that was kind of key when you had social media, you had to code everything in, but now it's everything just kind of. But yeah, I was checking out
Yeah.
your card, I guess that's what they call it, on your Instagram, social media. Everybody, follow Vimp on social media and go to the. I guess it's like a link tree, but it's like called card.
Yeah.
You have your own Neo set, and I was just kind of like, oh my god, like I just had total nostalgia, like flashbacks, seeing everything you post. I was like,
Yes.
oh my god. So yeah, I'm so glad stuff like that's still around. So that's so
Yes. I
cool.
love NeoCities. But yeah. Otto Benson.
Uh-huh.
Um, I really love Devi McCallion and all her side projects like Black Dresses Mom and how she performs.
That's cool.
Very awesome. And then a lot of my inspiration right now comes from this Russian band. I'm not a gatekeeper. I was
Mhm.
thinking of gatekeeping them, but no, I'm not gonna gatekeep them. They're too good.
Yeah.
They're called like in Russian it's четыре позиции Bruno. In English it's four positions of Bruno.
Hmm.
It's just like it's like Coil but like
Hmm.
Russian. Oh,
Yeah.
also Coil. Coil is
Well,
huge.
great.
I love
Mhm.
Coil a lot. Um yeah, and then just a lot of like older EBM type stuff.
Like
I
4242.
really yes, yes. Yes, I love the hard hitting, like military-ish. I
Yeah.
don't know, like and one and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And then I really like John Mouse sound.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool.
Hmm.
Very cool. Just like a lot of stuff and like IDM.
Yep.
I love Kid 606 so
Damn,
much.
I haven't heard anybody bring that one up. That's a good one.
He's like the goat. I'm like very obsessed with one of his albums, well, compilation discs. It's called Tiger Beat
Hmm.
Inc. Disc 1. I have it on CD and I have a
Going
little
old
CD.
school, aren't you? No.
Yeah, I have a CD collection.
Yeah.
Pretty big.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Wait, let me actually show it to you.
Yeah, please.
'Cause yeah, this is Tiger Beat
Oh
Inc.
my God. Yep.
Disc 1.
Hmm. That's a good one.
I love it. It's like kind of to the average person, I guess it's kind of like crazy and unlistenable at first,
Hmm.
and disc too, but it's like I think it just it's beautiful. It like meshes together a lot of the silliest stuff. I like how he's not serious with music.
You shouldn't
You
be.
know, I like how he's so like silly and like just does stuff. And
Hmm.
that's very much me as well. I'm just like I just do stuff.
Yeah.
Like yeah,
I think you should. It should feel like you can just sit down and not be like pretentious or kind of put on this sort of like front where you should just be like, this is it. Like, I have some things that I'll just go, okay, this is in me, put it out, whether it's, taken seriously or not. It's like you should just put out whatever the fuck you want. And I think it should be freeing like that, especially in this age where, you got Bandcamp and you got, YouTube, and it's just like you can just go, hey, I'm feeling this, put it out. I'll see if people like it.
for real. I'm always like, even if I hate it right now and I can't bear to listen to what I just made, there's gotta be someone
Yeah.
that enjoys this. So I'm just gonna release it,
Yeah.
even if I'm like cringing and hating it inside. It's an exercise, you know? It like it builds you up.
What
Yeah.
was the very beginning and what really encouraged you to not just like okay, well what came first? Was it creating music and putting it out or going up on stage first?
Um, it was creating music.
Okay.
So I started on Reaper,
Hmm.
just like messing around,
Yeah.
making a bunch of weird nonsensical IDM glitch whatever.
Sure.
I don't even know. It's like on my YouTube if you want to see.
Yeah.
It's very like old, but I just like started like making like crazy glitch stuff
I
and
love
it
it.
sounded like crazy glitchy. I don't even know what to like.
What to label it?
Yeah, I don't even know what to label myself right now.
It's okay.
I'm just like, yeah. I think genres are like I don't see the need for a box. Just like
It's
do whatever.
it's good for like a marketing thing where it's like, okay, if
Yeah.
you want this, I can see the point of it, but now everything's just so mishmashed together now. Like, you can just access anything everywhere, and people are just going, oh, I'll take a little bit of that and put that here and just kind of go with it. Because even you go, I'll mix emo, goth, hard dance, idea, like, reading into your music, you're kind of just like taking things and just kind of putting it in there and just going, what can I
Yes.
do with it? And just experimenting with it. And I think that's what more people should do and have fun with doing it. So,
You saying that reminded me of a huge influence I forgot to say. It's a lot of like Detroit techno, like ghetto house.
yeah.
That's like huge for me.
Mm.
Like I love the danceability and like the toms they have, the tom drums,
Yeah,
like the boop
boom,
boop boop
yep, boop,
boop.
boop, boop.
That's very like
Mhm.
that's very big because one of my friends is very into that and that just like really stuck with me. It's like this is awesome. And they're basically like stimming on the beat. They're just like saying random stuff. So I'm like, that's very much me.
Yeah. Because
I
even
just like
when you do your performance, you'll have your microphone and kind of add some echo to it, and you go with the sort of feel of the beat too. Like I notice when you'll do that, you'll kind of have a beat going, and then you'll talk, or kind of say something in reverb. Like I can't quite hear what you're saying, but I kind of get the idea. But it's like you
mhm,
kind of mimic that a little bit up on stage for sure, where you're
yeah.
keeping it with the beat. So
A lot of it is improv and I also mainly only sing in Russian. Sometimes I sing in English.
yeah,
But in Russian, I just sing well. In English, I don't know what it is, but that's just
just
how it
feeling it
is.
up on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like I don't know, it's a little bit I put all that reverb on there and I mean, I actually used the echo on the Mackie mixer. That one's nice. And I sing in Russian because I feel like it's a sort of like it's hidden, but it's not too hidden. Like if you really listen, you could probably understand if you know the language, but if you don't, it's just an atmosphere,
that's
you
cool.
know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. And so
Yeah.
oh, wow. I'm just blown away by the because so I have a daughter that's part of the furry convention. We went to one out here in Missouri, and I had no idea that they had their own synthesizer community.
They do.
I'm so blown away by that, and that's so cool that they just kind of have their own. And not just that, but they're like, "Hey, let's have it as a panel. Tell me about that. Tell me about just yeah, like open more because I now I'm just like really curious on how they have their own kind of synth community."
So when I went to the convention, it was
Mhm.
in Orlando.
Oh wow, okay.
So it was
So you
a
traveled all the way to Orlando.
oh yeah, I'm in Miami, so like Miami, Orlando, it's like
Yeah.
it's not it's not crazy for me, like what the 2.5 hours, three
Yeah.
hours, it's all right.
That's fine.
But yeah, so they actually they have furry raves
Yeah.
like after hours,
Hmm.
and they had modular synthesizer people doing live electronic music for the raves at the furry convention. I was like,
It's insane.
what? I
Wow.
forgot the name of the person,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But I was like, whoa,
That's
at the furry convention.
yeah.
But yeah, they're huge into music. I feel like furries make some of the best music.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like amazing. Like if I see like a furry in the album cover, I know it's gonna be good.
Need some good
But
food.
yeah. I'm not a full-time furry.
Yeah.
I'm a part-time furry.
Yeah.
Like I think the conventions are awesome. I
Yeah.
think the art and the customization and the all the being yourself and stuff is awesome.
No, I agree.
I yeah.
Yeah. No, I
I
was gonna
would
say yeah. Sorry, I was about to go ahead. Sorry, I'll let
you're
you finish.
good. I would get a fursuit though.
Mhm.
Like um I would get like a I would get one that's partial, like the head, the paws, and the tail, because I want to do cool outfits. But yeah, the furry community is really huge into music, and it's really good. There was actually Rave First, that's a touring event that comes, and I went to their event here, and they had Gate Terror, Five Star Death. They had Gate Terror had do you know the Korg game on the DS?
Mm-hmm.
They had that as part of their set,
That's
and it
so
was like awesome. I was like, whoa. It's just so much innovation that I saw at the furry rave regarding synthesizers and music. It's more innovative than I see at like the synthesizer dedicated meetups, I feel like. It's just really cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's just neat. Like, yeah, again, I have my daughter Macy. She's very big in the furry convention. She's been kind of like on and off working on this project of her own, persona, fursuit, and everything like that. And yeah, she would always dress like like recently we went to this sort of like it was like a comic book convention thing, but she's still dressed up and everybody wanted to get pictures with her and stuff. Like it's a really like cool community. I think it gets a lot of a bad name, but when you kind of get involved and kind of look into it, you're going, "Oh, it's just another sort of alternative group." You got your goths, you got your emos, you got your furries, you got punks, you got metalheads. It's like it's still and the funny thing is they're still like linked in where you'll still have a goth furry, you'll have an emo furry. It's just like there's kind of these little interwoven, chords that kind of get from one group to another, and they kind of all kind of intertwine. And I think it's a really cool group. I don't talk
I
about that very
agree.
much, but I think it's a neat group to, be part of and be around people that are like, creative and smart and innovative all at the same time and just going, hey, let's just all hang out and have fun. I like that. So,
Yes, yes. I don't no hate to the furries
no
ever.
hate.
I
No
love
hate from
them.
here.
I love them.
That's so cool. Um, Let me kind of jump into these sort of questions. I think we've just been kind of like going off the cuff here. What came up with the name Vimp? Like, was that just kind of like, oh, this sounds great, or was there a reasoning behind it?
Yeah, there's some reasoning.
Okay.
So, my name is Vlada, and I am from Moldova.
Mm-hmm.
That is nearby Romania. So I thought, do you know Vlad the Impaler?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, let me just do Vlada the Impaler,
That's good.
because that's like vampire-y, gothy.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
then I'm like, this is too long. Let me shorten it. So it's just V-Imp,
That's awesome.
Vimp.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
that's the
really cool.
name.
I like that. And then growing up in Florida, I mean, there's a lot of like it's a very touristy area. I mean, you kind of get some things going in. Do you ever get sort of influenced by the location, or are you just kind of like that's the Miami culture's there, but I'm just here. Does that make sense?
Hmm. I think I do get influenced by the people around me,
Okay, that's good.
definitely. I do. The environment itself,
Hmm.
I did think of adding a little bit of reggaeton beats
Sure,
in
yeah.
my stuff. So I think I am influenced in part by the culture here. I don't know necessarily, because a lot of my stuff is like influenced also from like my childhood, because I moved to the United States when I was 7 years old.
Wow.
So I'm still like reminiscing of like the split childhood and the time I had in Moldova.
Yeah.
But I think Florida, I don't know if it necessarily has a specific influence on my music, but I think it definitely like it has an unspoken one, because the environment does shape the person as well.
Because I mean, I think I went to Miami about 2 years ago. We went on to some comedy cruise, but around the same time, it was Ultra Music Festival, where it was like,
Mm-hmm.
you had all the big DJs, and it was so chaotic, but you could hear, all these different DJs and shit performing and right by the beach and shit. And it was just like, yeah, there's got to be some sort of like vibe that goes on out there. Is it like, again, are you privy to these sort of like sort of dance club vibe, or is this solely like, listen, we're part of the alternative group here, we're kind of in our own little bubble? Is there any sort of outside influence, or are you just kind of like, nah, this is it?
I do like a little bit of everything.
That's good.
So I do like even like the boring house music or
Sure, yeah.
whatever.
Hmm.
I still find it inspires me. I feel like I draw inspiration from like anything I hear
Yeah,
that I like, basically.
that's
It
good.
could be like it could be like pop song, it could be like 70s song. If I like it, I'm like I put it in a compartment, you know? Yeah.
What would probably be the strangest thing that influenced you, like out of nowhere you're going, something about that just brought on an idea or influenced something that's so like people would be like, "Are you fucking serious?" Like, is there something complete out of nowhere influence?
Hmm. I gotta think about this
Okay,
one. I gotta think about this one. Um, I mean, maybe one of my lyrics is a Russian poem from 1913 about a birch tree.
that's good.
So all the lyrics are just that.
That's
It's I forgot the name of the author, but it's just literally birch tree. Biroza 1913. I don't think there's many out there like that. But um yeah, just like that. And then I gotta think about if anything really like influenced me like that. Oh, I really, when I went to Germany, I went to Europe with my friend, my best friend, Binks Basilisk.
yeah.
We went to VGT, Wave Gothic Treffen, and
Oh,
then we went on the Leipzig on like and then I'm like, okay, this is a song. Goth Train to Leipzig.
cool.
I don't, yeah, so
That's
I'm gonna make that soon.
that's awesome. German music, I think, has always been kind of my sort of pull influence, from I'm gonna screw up their name. In Strauss die Neubauten.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
Huge fan. Alec Empire is huge, huge, huge. He's always been my number one with Atari Teenage Riot. Alec Empire. He will just kind of branch out and do any genre, but you know, any of his music is like, so I always kind of pull from that influence there and just kind of it kind of comes down, but he's always on top of the tree as Alec Empire for sure.
Yes, I've listened to him as well. I was listening to a lot of and and this Schreiser. I
Yeah,
don't know how to say
Neubauten.
that.
Yeah, I always fuck up their name, but I just go in Strauss die Neubauten. I don't know, I'm saying it
And
wrong, but it sounds
Streisand
good to me.
button.
Yeah.
Yes, I was listening a lot
Hey,
yesterday because I was inspired to make some EBM,
yes.
but I ventured off and made not EBM. But that's how you go, you know?
I love that. Tell me about when you sit down and go, okay, I got this creative idea. Are you just kind of noodling or do you kind of write down an idea in your head, like in a notebook or speak it into your phone or whatever?
Sometimes I like while I'm listening to music, like in the car or something, I just start like singing over it. Like
Mhm.
even if there's words, if there's instrumental, I sing over it and I make lyrics on top of it.
That's
That's
cool.
how I do a lot of my stuff. I'd be noodling around, I make random beats, whatever sounds good. I write down the settings. I have like these little pieces of paper with settings all over the
There
place.
you go. Yeah.
Again, the drum, the BPM, the acid pattern, the slide accent, whatever. So I write it down so I have the general like skeleton of sorry, so I have the general skeleton of the sound, but it never sounds the same, obviously.
Right.
But it sounds similar if I like put the settings to this. And I just like noodle around, I get a beat going, and then I just like start like singing over it. It all like I just make it up
Yeah.
on the spot. Even if I have an idea beforehand, it doesn't always, it like never works out because
Yeah.
something new always comes up.
Just
Yeah,
start with
so
like a
like,
sort of improvisation where it kind of goes,
yeah.
here's where it starts, but then it kind of goes into a whole nother realm as you keep going with it.
Yes, yes.
That's
That
cool.
is always how it is. So, um, you probably seen I had this video reel on Instagram that went kind of viral. It
Hmm.
was me as a clown just like playing on synthesizers and I'm like singing and like looking kind of insane.
Hmm.
But that was actually I was trying to like record one of my like pre-show practice jam sessions.
Yeah.
So I have like so I have I don't forget and I have a general idea of how it goes and I can like watch it back and like remember.
That's
But I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna put it as a reel and then it blew up and
that's
I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. So I just started like posting reels every day kind of and like trying to like make more videos like that with synthesizers, which um is really fun. There's still a bit of anxiety around social media, but now I don't really care about people
Mhm.
seeing me in this weird, strange form of like me being a clown, um, like on the floor, like, because I'm just like, okay, whatever, like, let me just like, they've seen it all by now. Let me just be myself. I don't even care anymore. I got one life. Like if I'm weird, like you gotta be weird. That's what makes life interesting, you know?
Do you see it like as like an art piece where it's like this is sort of my other alter ego? I dress up as this clown and then I'll kind of get behind the synthesis. Is it like an art piece or is it you just going, I'm just fucking around at this point?
Yeah, I'm always fucking
Okay, cool.
around.
Yeah.
I mean, I really love the clowns. I like dressing up as a clown. I recently went to see ICP,
Yep.
the Juggalo thingy
Yep. Yep.
here.
Yep.
But yeah, I think clowns are awesome. I was terrified of clowns when I was a little kid.
Go. So
I
embracing the
hated
fear. Right.
clowns.
That's
But
cool.
now I'm like I'm the clown now.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Is there like this sort of like subgenre of like goth girls playing synthesizers on social media? Because I've been seeing that a lot lately. Is this kind of like a thing?
really.
Or you just feel like you're just kind of in the middle of this sort of ever evolving trend?
I feel like I'm in the middle of it.
There you go. That's cool.
Send them my way. I haven't seen the goth girls playing synthesizers.
It's weird because you'll my algorithm where it'll be like, okay, you got your dark waves, your goths, your punks, and it all just kind of gets filtered into this little thing. But then I'll, look up, synthesizers and stuff, and it'll just like a lot of, synth groups and but then I started seeing where it's just like, you know, uh, alternative girls playing synthesizers and shit. I was just like, where is this coming from? Like, this is kind of cool. So I'm glad you were able to hit me up, and I'm going, okay, is this a thing or is this just, you know, is it a trend? Is it just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it? Like.
Really?
Yeah,
I mean, for me, it's just like what I do.
that's cool.
Like I've been into synths for many years now.
You've been doing
Um,
it for a while. Like what? But was it 2022 or was it way before then?
2022 is when it all started, yes.
That's cool. And was it just like after COVID, you're just like, I need to get involved in art some way somehow.
I think I always have been.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to draw every single day. That was my
Oh, really?
thing, like drawing people,
Mhm.
drawing anatomy, traditional art, stuff like that. And I had like some piano lessons for like 1 year when
Yeah.
I was in fifth grade. And then I played guitar a little bit, but I was always a very like art leaning, drawing, mostly drawing person. Like some game design, I made like really small like Roblox games before.
That's
But
cool.
yeah, I've always been into the artistic side of things.
That's awesome. No, that's good because it's like you find your own piece and not just that, but you kind of go, when you come up with like an album cover, you just kind of like that looks cool. I'll put that as part of this song or this, and is that just kind of your way of, working on art with your music and shit like that?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah.
When it comes to like much of your music, again, are you kind of like accidental discoveries and it kind of starts out planned, but then it goes into this sort of improvisation, accidental discoveries? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I feel like and sometimes yeah, 'cause I planned to make an EBM song yesterday,
Hmm.
but I made some like techno whatever. I don't even know. Yeah. So like it's always I feel like it never goes the way it's planned, you
Yeah,
know. Um yeah, it's a lot of accidental discoveries. I feel like with how much time I've spent with synthesizers, I feel like the sound I want, I feel it, I know it, and I know what knobs to like turn to get to the sound. Does that make sense?
yeah, of course, yeah,
Or like around it?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like I can pretty much steer myself in a direction if I really wanted to go there, but I don't really want to go anywhere. I just let them take me where they take me, you
That's
know?
smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a dream piece of gear? Like, is there one where you go, oh my God, if I had this, this would be amazing?
Yes. It's the electron mono machine that Sophie
Really?
used. Sophie is also a huge
Yeah, so
inspiration of
sure.
mine. She's awesome. Rest in peace, Sophie. But yeah, Electron Mono Machine. Also the Korg EMX one Groove Box, the blue one. That one's
Mm,
really awesome. I see a lot of people using that. And I'm like, I like this. I really like the sound on that. And then I really want the Formanta UDS. It's a Soviet drum machine. I really like, I mean, I found some like sound packs for it,
mm-hmm.
but it's not the same, you know?
Right.
I want that questionably radioactive piece of gear as my own. Yeah.
I love that. That's so cool. Have you thought about I know it's a bit out of that sort of aesthetic that you have, but have you thought about going out and just like recording recorded sounds like hitting a pipe or hitting a bucket or something and then just using that recorded piece as part of like a like a drum pack type of thing, but like recording your own just so it's kind of your own sound.
Yes, I have. I
That's cool.
recently just got a sampler. It's
Ooh,
the SP404,
yeah,
but I still have to learn to use it because it's a little bit different from the usual gear I use. So, because it has like that screen, and all my stuff is like no screen, analog mostly, or like very minimal screen. So I'm like, trying to learn like a boomer. Not really
yeah.
though.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah. Yeah, I really want to do that. I want to sample a lot of things. And uh what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, a lot of the gear I have, it's been funded by the people online that watch my streams,
That's cool.
like my streaming community.
Hmm.
So my Tascam 12 mixer, my SP404 MK2, my whole DJ deck, entirely funded by the people, my community that watch me on Twitch and Kick. So very thankful for that. Very blown away that people choose to support me in this way. And um like extremely surprised
Yeah.
and thankful that I'm just happy to bring happiness and music to people like across the world, you know.
Is that a known thing where people will just perform on Twitch? Because I mean, I've seen games, but I have never. I mean, I guess I should get more involved in it, but to go like it, how does that work? Where you perform live on Twitch, and do they just go, "Oh, I like that. Here's some money. Here's the like a you know uh I can't say donation, but you know what I mean? Like they gift it, just be like, man, that sounds amazing. Here's this, here's that. Tell me, how does that work? Like I'm a millennial, so believe me, I'm kind of out of my realm, out of my reach here. So tell me, how does that work?
I feel like yes, sometimes they're just like I like this.
Hmm.
Here's a tip.
That's cool. Okay,
But
yeah, tip it, yeah.
I do have a core community of people
Hmm.
and people that like to support me and that they enjoy my music. So, like, I guess you can call it regulars. Does that make sense to
Sure,
you?
yeah,
Yeah, it's like people that watch me and they're in my Discord community and stuff. I
sweet.
love Discord.
Yeah,
I'm not on Instagram or TikTok or anything, but I'm on Discord and NeoCities. That's my happy place.
that's your happy place.
Yeah.
What has making music taught you about yourself?
It has taught me that I feel like I have a lot of creative, like, tumbleweed inside of me
Yeah,
that I need to, like,
got it.
release,
Yeah.
or else I'll be sad. I
Hmm.
don't know. I just like, I always have, I always had this drive to make art. And if I don't make art for a while, I literally just get sad.
Hmm.
So I just have to keep making art to not be sad. In
No, I
yeah.
get that. And I think we talk about that a lot on the podcast where it's like, you know, especially for me, being I'm 40, I work, I got a family of my own, but I still get these moments where I'm kind of like, pulling at my own skin going, I have these creative buildups where I'm going, oh, okay, that sounds cool. I'll kind of put that in the back burner. Oh, I like that. I like, I'm influenced by that. I'll put that in the back. And then all of a sudden it feels like I get these creative buildups. I'm just like, oh my God, I got to do something. And then when it's like, once I finally get downtime, it's like, okay, just kind of like, just get it all out of me and just get all my creative out of me because it's like, you get this sort of emotional blockage, I guess you can say. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it drives you nuts.
Yeah, like it feels wrong if I'm at a show. and I'm not playing. You know, like
Right.
it's got to that point, like I'm at a rave and I'm not behind the deck.
Yeah.
Like I feel like antsy. It's just like
You got to do something. No, because I'll get like
yeah.
that where I'll listen to something, and if I'm not feeling it through my body, then I feel like, well, then what's the point? Like even when I'm at work and I'll listen to music on my earbuds or through the speaker, I'm doing something. Like I'm feeling it. Like I don't know if it's the ADHD in me or
Oh, for
whatever, but
real.
it's like it's something that it's like you got to feel it in your body. And I guess that's why electronic music has always kind of been my natural pull, where it's like there's something about those bleeping, blopping, electronic sounds that somehow makes sense in here, and it just all like it's like one on one. It's crazy.
Yes, I agree. That's so funny. I feel like when people say like bleeps and bloops, that's so hilarious to
Yeah.
me. I don't know.
We used
It's
to
just
call it, what do we used to call? We used to call it clicks and whistles. Like I think that was like early
really.
on that we do bleep bloops and shit like that. But it's always like either clicks and whistles or bleeps and bloops, and I think it evolved into like boots and pants, and it just like
That's so
I
funny.
love it. I love it. Yeah, we just had 303 day. Tell me, did you listen to any sort of acid house or, go trance or anything that really sparks your sort of, we're nerds. We're gear nerds. 303 means something, or 808 day. We're
303.
listening to, thumping 808 beats or something. Did you do anything to kind of celebrate that?
Um, I did post like a reel with Lady Macbeth
Cool.
that we collabed on, and we used the 303 there, and I just wrote like Happy 303 Day. So I did a little contribution of my own, but I probably listen to stuff with 303 in it regularly, but I didn't like go out of my way to listen to it. I'm just like, oh, it's 303. Nice. You know?
I think that's one, like I've always kind of been drawn to that, where I've always would love like, and I know they make like, this sort of mock-ups of the 303, but man, that bass, when it comes to like acid house, there's something about it, like I'm always like drawn to just how the bass kind of evolves into some whole nother world. It's wildly creative. I love it. That would be
Yes.
my dream piece of gear, is to have like, if I can't get an actual 303, then some kind of mock-up would be kind of cool to kind of dabble in.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I got the TD3 modded out by
Oh, that's a cool one.
Behringer
Yeah,
or Behringer. I don't know how to say it,
that's a
but
cool.
that one's pretty nice. I like it.
Yeah,
It has more stuff on it,
that's cool. And
more
you're
knobs.
you're part of, like, even I think you brought up on a video that you're part of the sort of because you did a video on, you're like, hey, here's my gear. You're part of the circuit bent type of community. Tell me about that, and kind of, any sort of shout outs to anybody who's making anything, and even just what kind of, chip tune gear do you have that you like to
Yes.
use?
Okay, let me show you.
Yeah.
It's right here.
Okay, cool.
So, how I acquired this piece of gear,
Mm-hmm.
it's the
Ooh.
Potty Noise Play School PS 635. It's actually circuit bent by John Irons, Jon Irons. I have his link on my NeoCities.
Okay.
He's not a very online person otherwise. He has a YouTube channel,
Mm-hmm.
but it's called the Potty Noise, and I won it at when I played at the Noisy Pot. It's one of the events down here in Miami. It's also like a synthesizer performance event. And I've just been exploring this keyboard and playing on it, and it just really like I do like some sound baths in the beginning of my performance. It just really got me like very interested. It's really cool. John Irons also has a NeoCities type website.
That's cool.
So my friend for my birthday got me this
Whoa.
like oops. Okay, let's not break this.
Yeah.
Got me this
A little frog.
It's like a gator from Target, and she's
That was
like,
a frog.
and she's yeah, oh, frog, gator, same thing,
Frog
whatever.
gator. They have the cat
And
one too. I've seen the cat ones. Yeah.
yeah, bro, the cat one is nowhere to be found. She's been looking for them all over the
Oh my
store. She
god.
can't find them.
Yeah.
But she's like, "Yeah, here you go. Circuit bent this." And I'm like, "Okay." So I might go to like one of my friends works at a lab in a university,
Oh, that's cool.
and I might just go there and just like do a bit of electronics.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been into like electronics and engineering. I did like I think in school I did 6 years of engineering, like middle of high school, we had engineering class, and I've always been into coding.
Yeah.
I tried like having a coding computer science degree, but I'm just like I rather code for fun when I
Yeah.
want to.
Sure.
Stuff like really when I get into touch designer and like interesting stuff like that. I don't want to like code for like a 9 to 5. I don't know.
Drive you nuts. It's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, you're like somebody comes up to you and you're like, hey, can you code this? You're like, oh God, doing someone else's, someone who's too lazy to do it. You're kind of like, oh my God, I got to do this for them type situation. That would
Mm,
that would drive me mad.
I mean, I would,
Yeah.
but I just rather work on my own stuff. Like I really love coding NeoCities and like stuff like visual stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just getting into that. But the things that they had us do, like the just numbers, crunching numbers. No, I need to like see something.
Yeah.
I need a visual output.
What's your thoughts on AI now?
I do not like the AI music or AI art,
Hmm.
but I do like how it can help. So I don't agree with using AI to produce any sort of music or any sort of art at all.
Agree.
But I have asked ChatGPT, like, how do I connect my synthesizers? Why is this not working? Like, stuff like that. I feel like that's okay.
Yeah. Because that's kind of like it's an easier way instead of going to Google where it's like, because you would spend time, you're going, what's wrong with this? And you're watching these, tutorial videos and trying to read up on these message boards. But if ChatGPT makes it easier where it's going, oh, here's your problem, da 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 da, and you go, perfect, instead of having to scroll through the internet trying to find the problem.
Yes. Yeah, I was like at my friend's house and her coffee maker was broken and she had ChatGPT walk her through the steps of fixing her coffee maker and I'm like, "Girl, this is genius." But yeah,
That's cool. That's so cool.
yeah, I'm against like Sora AI, all that stuff. I have some friends that make like Sora AI generated music, but I'm just like, okay, it's funny sometimes, but like, how about you open FL Studio? I don't know.
Create your own shit. So yeah, I
Yeah,
get that.
stimulate the brain.
Yeah. If someone discovered your music for the very first time tonight, what do you hope that they take away from that experience?
I hope that they just have a new sound
Hmm.
that they have discovered. I um I feel like music is a huge part of the human experience, and I just hope that they experience it. I don't care if they like it, if they hate it, if they love it. Well, I do care if they love it. That makes my heart happy.
Yeah.
And even if they don't like it, that's interesting.
Mhm.
But yeah, just like experience it, and I'm thankful for that. Just anyone who experiences it.
That's cool. And where do you hope to see your music in the next 5 to 10 years?
I hope to be able to realize my vision and be able to like really completely like have the vision that's in my brain into sound. Because
Mhm.
right now I'm just playing around and practicing,
Yeah.
still learning after years, still learning, years of obsession.
Mhm.
But yes, I do I do want to tour. That would be awesome.
That would be cool.
That would be really cool to like I love traveling so much.
Mhm.
I want to see the world and I want to bring my music to the world. And
What would be your dream place to perform at?
hmm, I feel like Super Booth. I really want to go and perform at Super Booth.
Yeah,
I just like I want to see synthesizer conventions. I haven't been to one yet. That would be awesome.
yeah.
But also I want to see China if they would have me. That would
Hmm.
be awesome.
That would be
But
nice.
like just anywhere. I love all different types of countries. Eastern Europe. Maybe I'll go to Moldova and perform there
Yeah,
back
go
to my
back there. That would
homeland.
be kind of
Yeah.
cool to go kind of have this whole, this full everything kind of comes full circle where, you learn music here in the States and you bring it over to your like homeland type situation. I think
Yes.
cool.
Especially that I sing in Russian.
Hmm.
I have been getting a lot of Russian speakers
Wow.
on my Instagram commenting on my reels.
Hmm.
So I'm like, this is awesome. I'm building a community of people that speak Russian and speak English and all uh beyond the barrier enjoy the music.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Are you wanting to make like this sort of like dream vision album, or are you just kind of going, I'm just kind of putting out these songs bit by bit until I feel like I've made this sort of masterpiece, this sort of magnum opus?
I am not bound by any genre.
Okay,
I'm just making stuff as it comes to me.
fair
So
enough.
I just feel like I'm putting music out there and for people to enjoy. It's mostly making music for myself, honestly,
Fair enough.
but it's really cool that people enjoy it as well. And I do want to make an album for my dad, like a house music type thing
Yeah,
that he likes. I do want to make one album dedicated to like Moldova-ish childhood stuff like that.
yeah.
And just like different life experiences, different genres. I'm not bound by any genre at all. I
Mhm.
just want to like I don't care if it's random or a mismatch. I'm just going to like put make stuff and put it out there.
There you go.
And like I feel like that's how a lot of artists are. I'm still like realizing my sound, but I don't think I'll ever one set sound and be bound to that ever. I
Yeah.
will get like really bored. I need to experiment all the time.
Hmm. And I think a lot of, because we talk about a lot on the podcast where it's like each album, I feel like either you're trying to kind of create a relationship with your instruments, trying to get used to them, learning from them, and kind of using that as a creative outlet by going, okay, I like the way that this sounds, and kind of combine it with this, that. But I think a lot of it, like what you really are doing, is just like I'm making these connections, these sort of relationships with these instruments, and what can I put out there as I'm learning and evolving and understanding this hardware. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
that's
definitely. I
awesome.
agree.
Um,
Yes.
yeah. If last question, if you could collaborate with any artist, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Wow. I feel like whoa, okay. Um Victor Tsoi,
Mm-hmm.
Kino. Feel like he makes such music that really speaks to my soul.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if our collaboration would really go well because he does like guitar stuff,
Yeah.
guitar acoustic, a lot of it. I mean, maybe he does some
Yeah.
electronic, but it's not like coming into my head right now. But he just makes amazing, like heart music that like really tugs at my heart, and it would be awesome to make a song with him. But rest in peace, Victor Tsoi.
Mm-hmm.
свой жив.
Would
That's
you
what
do
they say.
like a remix in a way where you take a piece of his work and go, okay, let me see if I can kind of make it seem like a collaborative project?
I don't know if I would ever give his work any justice. I don't know if I feel like that would be disrespectful in a way. I don't know. I feel like it's perfect
Yeah,
the way it is.
gotcha.
But maybe I could sample something,
There you
maybe,
go.
but I just feel like it's untouchable. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, you know what? One last question. If there's anybody that's trying to figure themselves out musically, artistically, what words of advice do you have for them?
Don't hold yourself back. You have one life. Doesn't matter. Embarrassment is temporary and you learn to get over it pretty quickly. Just do what makes you the happiest, do what makes you feel most fulfilled. There, don't give a single crap about any social norm, people saying you're weird, you're strange, the haters. Bro, I love hate. I love hate
Hmm.
comments.
Oh
I
yeah.
love hate comments now. But yeah, don't give a single crap about them. They're just so touched by your performance that they feel like they need to leave hate comments. So
Yep.
they're actually your fans.
Yep. I think so. I think that's always kind of been like where if they take the time to talk shit about you or whatever, it's like I think secretly you're into this. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you're
for
in some sort of
real.
internal battle about this.
Yeah, they're like I don't know, they're like covering up their love for it. They're like, "Oh, I can't like this. Time to like write a paragraph." I don't
Mhm.
know. But yeah, basically, you have one life.
Yeah.
Enjoy it to the fullest.
Mhm.
And even if you may not think so, someone out there needs your art, even if it may not be you. So just put it out there.
Yeah.
It's always welcome.
Cool. Well, Vin,
Yeah,
thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Again, everybody
thank
follow
you.
on social media. Got two shows coming up. That's all on the socials. Follow her card, Discord, Twitch. She's all over the place.
Yes,
So yeah, just
yes,
kind of attach onto something and just continue to follow. It's band.
yes.
Check out her Bandcamp. You can listen to her music, shit like that. It's all amazing. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a great day.
Yeah.